Hey guys, it's Jim back here. Thought I'd do a little bit of a update video on the Academy 400 scale Missouri and all that. I got yesterday after I posted the update video what I got done during the week as far as painting the hull, this and that. Yes, after that I all the little tied down cleats and everything all along from front to back. I wanted to get all those on before I painted the deck because there are little markings that you can see for where they locate and everything, and I wanted to make sure they had real good glue joints, you know, plastic to plastic, and not have to worry about scraping paint and you know, something breaking off because there's a little bit of paint that's you know, getting interfering with the glue joint and stuff. So I got all those down and everything. I went out today. I picked up all my supplies to make my wood bases for both of the ships and all that, so I'll probably work on that later in the week. This afternoon, or earlier this afternoon, I masked off and painted my front, the last part of the hull color. I used the sky gray, to me a sky gray for that. This is all acrylics now, so that's pretty much it. I guess with Model Master being out, I'm done with the enamels and going over with the acrylics and stuff, but you can kind of get a better shot of the shade of that navy blue and everything. That's coming along real nice, and the easiest way to get this measurement, you know, as far as where it starts and all that and wraps around, is the narrowest part over here. Cut yourself a piece of masking tape, measure up from the top of the boot line to the top of the hull. Cut yourself you know, strips of masking tape, you know, nice long lengths to that width, and just follow along the boot line, and that's going to give you your perfect line. It should start out right about where these two pins and tie down cleats, right about in between there, which that's pretty much what I got and everything. So that came out real good and all that. And next thing I'll do before I start painting the deck is I'm going to take my X-Acto. I'm going to run down the seam where the hull meets the deck, and I'm going to just a real light, you know, trench, you know, nothing major or nothing like that, but just enough of a trench to make it easier to keep my glue my photo etch railings down and keep them nice and straight all the way along and everything. Usually when you do a wooden deck, you got a little bit of an edge from the wooden deck to guide your photo etch, but in this case, they don't make a wooden deck for this scale, so I'm gonna go that route. Just, you know, just enough, you know, like a little indentation to keep the photo etch guided, you know, nice and straight along the length of the hull and everything. So that's what I'm gonna do with that. As far as the first part of the superstructure, there's 2 holes up front and 3 towards the back for gluing down, locating and everything. But the trouble is, it didn't want to sit flat in the center. I didn't want to take a chance, and once I glue this down when I'm ready, when it's done being painted, I didn't want to take a chance of having to spread some glue along the small edges. So what I did, I masked off an area of the deck that's not going to be painted, it's going to be hidden, and I built up some styrene. You can see there's some pretty thick in. That way I got a nice glue joint, but I don't have to worry about glue squeezing out the edges and interfering with the side of the superstructure or the painted deck and everything. That's going to give me a nice glue joint further in, away from the edge of the outer edge of the part and everything, where you don't have to worry about glue seeping out and everything. So I worked on that, sanded that down earlier today, got it all sanded down level with the kit part and everything. So that's all ready to go. So once I start painting my deck blue color, I got all my sub-assemblies, so I'll just be painting all the sub-assemblies, whatever calls for you know, being painted with the deck color, the blue color. I'll get all those painted all at once, including the big boy piece of hull here and everything. And then it's going to be a lot of masking, and then getting on to the rest of the gray on the superstructure along the vertical surfaces. So, but yeah, I thought I'd do this quick update, let you see what I got done. I glued my anchors on before I painted this. That way I got a nice solid glue joint for my anchors and everything. They're pretty delicate, that way they won't be popping off and everything. You know, wherever possible, I like to glue stuff together, you know, plastic to plastic, and get a nice strong glue joint. Not have to worry about scraping paint or paint interfering with the glue, and something doesn't, you know, make good contact and it falls off eventually, and then next thing you know, you're losing small parts on the floor, and you don't find them until you step on them, and by that time it's usually too late anyway. So I try to get as much of the assembly done as I can, but leave it so it's still easy enough to paint everything and all that. Pretty much all I have to do is assemble a superstructure, then glue on all the guns, you know, the different turrets and stuff. The turrets, the top of the turrets will get the deck blue. The main turrets and all that, the top of the small anti-aircraft gun. I think I forgot. I'm not into the ship language or nothing, but the smaller, bigger guns, medium-sized ones that go along the side of the superstructure. The tops of those get painted the deck blue. Then I got to paint all my anti-aircraft guns. I got to spray them. I'll spray them all my gray color, and then I'll just paint the guns the black or whatever color it calls out for and stuff. But that's where we're at with this. I thought I'd do this quick update and everything, and it's coming along pretty nice so far. So real happy with it and all that, and it's gonna be a nice model. I got all where I got major glue surfaces. I got those all masked off and all that stuff. So yeah, it'll be pretty nice. Now for my turrets, there are caps underneath, and you know, once you glue the hull down, you're not going to be able to get under there, and it's too hard to paint when the turret's already assembled onto the deck. So what I did, I really heavily taped the little caps underneath the deck. I got them centered just right, and I got them taped pretty good, so they're not going to go nowhere. Once I get everything painted and start assembly, all I got to do is glue the bottom locating part of the turret. I got that taped off, so I don't get no glue on top of that locating that cap that goes up from underneath. Once I get ready to mount the turrets on there, all I gotta do is pull that little piece of tape off once everything's painted, and then I can glue my turrets to those little locating caps underneath, and once the glue sets up and gets nice, you know, nice and dried and solid, I'll be able to turn the turrets a little bit and break that tape free. So that's what I did with that. You know, some models you got, there's ways you can get around that and stuff, you know, but that was the best solution I came up with for this one. So, but so far she's coming out pretty cool and all that, and can't wait to get start painting all the deck blue color and stuff on there and see how she turns out. So got my color mixed up already. As you can tell, it's kind of a shade lighter than the actual navy blue and all that. It started out dark and then add in a little bit of white like they called out for. That's gonna come out pretty nice. So yeah, we're gonna go from there and all that. But she's coming along nice. It's just like I said, it's gonna be a long build. It's not gonna be like a couple of weeks or a few days like some of the easier Star Wars or Star Trek models that I've done. You know, it's a little bit more work involved. So, but it's fun. You know, it's nothing new to me. I've done ships before in the past and everything, so it's not really out of my skill level or out of my you know, modeling experience. It's just something I don't do that often. And I'm actually thinking about ordering a couple more of these Academy 350th scale ships. Thinking about the USS Indianapolis and a newer type ship model, the Oliver Hazard Perry. They're both 350th scale. They're both very highly detailed, and you know, in fact, both of them are pretty much copies of the Tamiya kits as well. So I think even Academy beat Tamiya out on the USS Indianapolis 350 scale one. Academy came out with it first, and from what I read on different reviews, the Academy kit has even got a lot better detail than the Tamiya kit has. So and they're reasonably priced. You know, they're not an arm and a leg and stuff like that. So Anyway, that's going to be it for now. So I thought I'd bring you this update as far as what I got done in the last day since yesterday and everything. And she's starting to come along pretty nice, and she's starting to look a little bit like a battleship too. So, so the next time, thanks to all my subscribers, thanks to all my new subscribers, thanks for hitting the like button, thanks for all the great comments you guys been leaving me. And everybody stay safe, have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon with another update on either one. I took a little break off the aircraft carrier to get some work done on this one. Like I said, I'm kind of flopping up and back from one to the other and everything, so it kind of breaks up the monotony of working on the same thing over and over, and getting bored or distracted or something. It breaks up, and you can keep your concentration sometimes by switching up and back like that. So we'll talk to you soon. Another update on both of these ship models. So till next time, everybody, take care. Bye.